I want to say real quick, actually.
It's not to us. That one's to Rocco.
Real quick before we leave heroin.
Yeah.
We move on to go back to games, but real quick on heroin.
Yeah.
I'm rewatching The Sopranos, and one of my favorite that show is so full of great nuances. But Christopher keeps getting tangled up with heroin, and one thing I love that is such great writing in that show is they go to Italy and he won't stop doing it, and the whole time this just feels so real to me. He just keeps saying, yeah, where's Mount Vesuvius? I'm seeing that fucking crater. I don't care what anyone says. And he never leaves the room the whole trip. But every time they talk to him, I got to find a time to see that fucking volcano because I'm going. Right. I'm going. And it's such great writing that, like, fixation on, like, that's his out. Like, that's his one in his mind as long as the drive to go see it is there. Yeah. You know what I mean? No, I'm doing this now, but I'm seeing the fucking thing. Like that's his. It's almost like something to make himself feel better. Like, I'm gonna go do something. I'm going to.
Yeah.
It doesn't. I don't know. That always struck me as such a real thing. I like
that episode a lot.
Yeah. that struck me so real.
I get bummed down that episode.
It sounds sad.
I feel the same way. Yeah.
And I don't mean to turn this into whatever. I watched most of True Detective, and I thought it was directed incredible. But why I didn't quite connect to it is for the reason that I love The Sopranos is they all feel so real and tangible to me, and that's what I missed from True Detective. Not that they're supposed to be the same show, but in terms of my preference in stuff, True Detective, they all kind of talked in these poetic kind of things, and I find it hard to connect to that. Not that I was even watching going, this sucks or anything like that, but that's hard to connect. That's hard for me personally to bridge myself to. Something like The Sopranos, where there's an idiot like that, or you know what I mean? It's smart in a different way.
Right.
But the way that everyone is communicating is so fucking real.
Something about...
If that makes sense. I don't know if I can explain that correctly.
He just mesmerizes you.
Well, that's true.
McConaughey,
that's true.
yeah.
And I didn't even... I'm not even saying that to bash True Detective. I'm really not, but just my personal connection to stuff.
He does have, like, a poetic dialogue.
And the way his voice sounds,
and
it's so soothing.
Sexy.
It's sexy, dude. Him and Woody give
he's
me a Woody,
about.
and I want a McConaughey
And you're just like,
over those two.
You want to find out what's going to happen. Who the killer was.
I dug it.
Anyway, sorry. We can move on from heroin. You're going to talk about a game.
Yeah, what game? I don't want to move on from heroin. But I guess we will.